Daily Words of God. Today, I admonish you thus for the sake of your own survival, in order for my work to progress smoothly, and so that my inaugural work throughout the entire universe may be carried out more appropriately and perfectly, revealing my words, authority, majesty, and judgment to the people of all countries and nations. The work I do among you is the beginning of my work throughout the whole universe. Although now is already the last days, know that the last days is but a name for an age. Just like the age of law and the age of grace, it refers to an age, and it indicates an entire age, rather than the final few years or months. Yet the last days are quite unlike the age of grace and the age of law. The work of the last days is not carried out in Israel, but among the Gentiles. It is the conquest before my throne of people from all nations and tribes outside of Israel, so that my glory throughout the universe can fill the entire cosmos. It is so that I can gain greater glory, so that all creatures on earth can pass on my glory to every nation, forever down the generations, and all creatures in heaven and on earth can see all the glory that I have gained on earth. The work carried out during the last days is the work of conquest. It is not the guidance of the lives of all the people on earth, but the conclusion of mankind's imperishable, millennia-long life of suffering on earth. As a consequence, the work of the last days cannot be like the several thousand years of work in Israel, nor like the decade of work in Judea, which then continued for several thousand years until the second incarnation of God. The people of the last days encounter only the reappearance of the Redeemer in the flesh, and they receive the personal work and words of God. It will not be 2,000 years before the last days come to an end. They are brief, like the time when Jesus carried out the work of the age of grace in Judea. This is because the last days are the conclusion of the entire era. They are the completion and the ending of God's 6,000-year management plan, and they conclude mankind's life journey of suffering. They do not take the whole of mankind into a new age or allow mankind's life to continue. That would hold no significance for my management plan or the existence of man. If mankind carried on like this, then sooner or later they would be entirely devoured by the devil, and those souls that belong to me would ultimately be forfeited by its hands. My work lasts for but 6,000 years, and I promise that the evil one's control over the whole of mankind would also be for no more than 6,000 years. And so the time is up. I will neither continue nor delay any longer. During the last days, I will vanquish Satan. I will take back all my glory, and I will reclaim all the souls that belong to me on earth, so that these distressed souls may escape from the sea of suffering. And thus will be concluded my entire work on earth. From this day onward, never again will I become flesh on earth, and never again will my all-controlling spirit work upon the earth. I will do but one thing on earth, I will remake mankind, a mankind that is holy, and which is my faithful city on earth. But know that I will not annihilate the entire world, nor will I annihilate the whole of mankind. I will keep that remaining third, the third that loves me and has been thoroughly conquered by me. And I will cause this third to be fruitful and multiply on earth, just as the Israelites did under the law, nourishing them with copious sheep and cattle and all the riches of earth. This mankind will remain with me forever. Yet it is not the deplorably filthy mankind of today, but a mankind that is an assembly of all those who have been gained by me. Such a mankind will not be damaged, disturbed, or besieged by Satan, and will be the only mankind that exists on earth after I have triumphed over Satan. It is the mankind that has today been conquered by me and has gained my promise. And so, the mankind that has been conquered during the last days is also the mankind that will be spared and will gain my everlasting blessings. It will be the only evidence of my triumph over Satan, and the only spoils of my battle with Satan. These spoils of war are saved by me from the domain of Satan, and are the only crystallization and fruit of my 6,000-year management plan. They come from every nation and denomination, and every place and country throughout the universe. They are of different races, have different languages, customs, and skin colors, and they are spread across every nation and denomination of the globe, and even every corner of the world. Eventually, they will come together to form a complete mankind, an assembly of man that is unreachable by the forces of Satan. Those among mankind who have not been saved and conquered by me will sink silent to the depths of the sea, and will be burned by my consuming flames for all eternity. I will annihilate this old, supremely filthy mankind, just as I annihilated the firstborn sons and cattle of Egypt, leaving only the Israelites, who ate lamb's meat, drank lamb's blood, and marked their door lintels with lamb's blood. Are the people who have been conquered by me, and are of my family, not also the people who eat the meat of me the Lamb, and drink the blood of me the Lamb, and have been redeemed by me and worship me? Are such people not always accompanied by my glory? Have not those who are without the meat of me the Lamb already sunk silent to the depths of the sea? Today they oppose me, and today my words are just like those spoken by Jehovah to the sons and grandsons of Israel. Yet the hardness in the depths of your hearts is storing up my wrath, bringing more suffering upon your flesh, more judgment upon your sins, and more wrath upon your unrighteousness. Who could be spared on my day of wrath, when you treat me like this today? Whose unrighteousness could escape my eyes of chastisement? Whose sins could elude the hands of me, the Almighty? Whose defiance could escape the judgment of me, the Almighty? I, Jehovah, speak thus unto you, the descendants of the Gentile family, and the words I speak to you surpass all the utterances of the age of law and the age of grace. Yet you are harder than all the people of Egypt. Do you not store up my wrath as I work in repose? How could you escape unharmed from the day of me, the Almighty?